Speaking of the assemblies, many of the coordinators were surprised to learn recently that they were operating as American state nationals, not citizens, in their capacity. This is because they're functioning in an international capacity. Will you please clarify a little bit for the coordinators and also clarify what they can and cannot do in office, I guess? How are they able to serve?
The only difference is that they're not voting on international issues. That's it.
That's it. They can still serve as recording secretaries. They can still serve as sheriffs. Can they be a sheriff?
Yes, you can elect anybody from the population that you want to be your sheriff. What does the sheriff have to do with international policy issues or taking on international debt or, treaties?
Nothing.
So, 99% of what you do, you can do as a state national. But on those occasions where it really counts, and you have to have people that have no conflict of interest. They're not employed by any other kind or level of government. They're not in receipt of emoluments and benefits from the governments. They're not. They don't have any conflict of interest. When you come down to international decisions where you need that, you have the state citizens.
Okay, very good. So it's just that they cannot vote on international business.
Right.
That's it. Okay.
I don't know why that was ever such an issue, but I guess I didn't explain it well enough.
Well, I think people were looking at it from the standpoint of being a national or a citizen. And when they found out they weren't a citizen, they're like, well, I don't know what that means. And so.
Well, it may be a holdover from the hierarchy system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the associations of being a citizen or not being a citizen in the other system.
Yes. Well, we have a lot of indoctrination to overcome in that area because we've all grown up in that hierarchical system and every aspect of our lives was in that hierarchical system. So that's part of the indoctrination that we have to undo.
Right. There's an assumption, I think, that a citizen had higher standing than a national, and that's not true. Nationals actually have a higher standing than citizens because they don't have an obligation. If you want to think about it in terms of freedom, if all you claim is your state national status, you are in charge of your local law, you have all your options open, and you are protected. So it's a sweet spot to be in, but it's also a place that not everyone can occupy all the time because we do need the state citizens in order to function internationally.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think there was some confusion about the fact that you had to be a citizen if you were going to accept an office. And I think that's where everybody got a little bit confused.
And you become a citizen when you accept an office because you're then working for the state, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, by definition, a citizen is someone who has an obligation to a government.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, public office. These are all public offices. These are not private offices.
If you enjoy having Anna's latest articles made into videos, please consider making a purchase from Ed's website sacredintuitiveelements.com. Thank you.